Stop eating people.
Yo, there's always that one person. I swear.
I'm a bird, mother. I'm a bird.
First, I saw it transpire on Twitter. I saw Legal Mindset post the graduation leak of V and U. Then Rema picked it up, started commentating on what's happening in V and U. Then the talent, quote unquote talent from V and U, started attacking Rema for her reporting, calling him a drama tuber because she used content that said, please do not reuse or share this content. That's not how it works. Once you put it online for everyone to see, it's gonna be used. If you don't want anyone using it, you shouldn't be putting it online. Then they started threatening Rema. Then Parrot 4chan joined because Rema is his friend. Then they started attacking Full-Side. This was just a whole mess, and I had front row seats. I'm very happy Rev made a video on it, because otherwise I was actually looking into prepping like videos and screenshots as well, but I'd rather react to Rev's video because I know he'll do a better job than I will ever be able to.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we're going to be looking at a situation involving a VTuber agency and some drama involving its members. Now, because this story is a bit convoluted, I want to give you guys a too long didn't read version of events to serve as a sort of roadmap for what we're looking at here. So basically, we have this VTuber agency who has a history of greedy business practices. Recently, there was a leak where there was a document shared that allegedly belongs to this organization that shows a assembly line of VTubers in their agency who will be announcing that they're leaving the company.
Yeah, the first time I saw it was Legal Mindset sharing it.
In the near future. Well, some of those start turning out to be true based on this leaked document, and a YouTuber decides to start investigating by looking at a graduation announcement stream from one of those VTubers on that list. What ends up happening is that stream was immediately privated because they found out the YouTuber was watching, and then that member of the agency decided to make a call-out post against those actions, which then led to a bunch of harassment and even death threats from fans and even other members of the agency. So as you can see, it's quite a mess. So let's begin with the agency itself and the history they have that caused a lot of controversy. So you have V and U Official, the VTuber agency, Virtual and Universe, Vtuber, and U.
Wait, that's such a weird name.
Whatever that means.
I don't know.
But last year they found themselves in some big controversy because of this former member named Amano Sarafi. As you can see, they have graduated, their accounts are all shut down. Well, what happened is
I don't think I've ever heard of that VTuber.
Back in March, there was a series of announcements from V and U.
I heard of this agency. I've seen people here and there talking about like all the drama that's happening, but I never really looked into them.
Because basically this VTuber had gone pretty much silent on their accounts. They come out and say that basically there's issues between them and Sarafi, and they're gonna have to take legal action against her. Then a few days later, they make another announcement saying that they're terminating the contract of Amano Sarafi, and also they try to basically throw her under the bus and say that she was difficult to work with, and they tried to basically come up with a plan. They were trying to give her a number that she would have to pay in order to leave and all this stuff. Well, unfortunately for them, this whole series of posts would blow up in their face because Amano, on her past life account, basically the account she used before she moved over to the agency account, is now free to talk about this because the contract is terminated. There's no longer an NDA that she's going to respect. So she goes on this account, Alien.
So what actually happened? Is it as bad as Niji Sanji? Or is it like not as bad?
In Mixture, which she's active on these days. And she shared a Google Doc sharing everything that was going on with this dispute with the company. And also, allegedly, there was a document, a VTuber contract from the agency shared with Legal Mindset, who is a channel we have talked about even very recently on this channel for his coverage of the Johnny Somali trial. But the contract is absolutely insane. One of the greediest, shadiest contracts. Very, very weird stuff. There's a non-compete clause.
Wait, I'm actually curious about this. Minimum work requirement of 3 streams a week for at least 2 hours per stream, plus at least 3 social media posts per week. Can be updated during monthly consultation with company, having final say so long as it's reasonable. Okay, 3 streams, 3 social media posts. I don't think that's that bad. Broadcaster indemnifies company of any damages that arise from the streams. Okay. Broadcaster needs to check with the company before communicating and working with anyone about stream related stuff. Okay. Agreement has a duration of 1 year. There's a trial period of 4 months, near the end of which either party can terminate. The company may, in consultation with broadcaster, replace this agreement with one more advantageous monetary for broadcaster before this agreement ends.
Contracts,
Okay.
very, very weird.
It is alleged that this is the only agreement if that is the case, since this contract was supposedly signed on September 15, 2022. Sarafi would have been working under the contract. Updates, Sarafi acknowledged that she's under a 3-year contract. Okay. For the first 4 months, the trial period thing, I assume it's the period of time.
Stop right there, criminal scum. Nobody breaks the law on my watch.
For the first month, the trial period thing, assume it's the period of time after signing the agreement, but before debut. Okay. Broadcaster is paid 500 USD a month for the first 3 months and 2,500 USD for the last month. Income after that is not specified in agreement, but rather shall be determined through mutual consultation. 500 a month, then 2,500, and then unspecified. Okay. Ugh, okay. Agreement also explicitly tries to claim that this is not a labor of employment contract, but similar to the Niji Sanji contract, has stipulations of exclusivity. And this is why I was asking, was it as bad as Niji Sanji? If agreement is terminated for cause by fault of broadcaster, broadcaster agrees to pay back all compensations they've received, plus direct expenses incurred for the performance of VTuber work, replacement personnel input costs, and damages. If they cannot calculate a total for that, the company can choose 5 times compensation received. What the hell? Non-compete with third party and NDA for 3 years after termination of contract. This is not a contract. This is, oh my god. Okay. This is like around how like Niji Sanji is handling.
There's a non-compete clause and an NDA for 3 years after the termination of the contract, but this one kills me, right? If this agreement is terminated for cause by fault of broadcaster, broadcaster agrees to pay back all compensation they've received plus direct expenses incurred for the performance of VTuber work, replacement personnel input costs, and damages. If they can't calculate a total for that, the company can choose 5 times compensation
That's not how it works.
received. So if you can't figure out the exact number you need to pay them, they'll make one up for you, and then they'll multiply it by 5, and you have to pay it. Absolutely insane stuff. But yeah, that's what she was facing. Here's a video from False ID going in detail about all this, and she...
Oh, I remember seeing this model. I didn't know who this is about, but I remember seeing this model and thinking, this is a really cute model.
shared some of this information on stream, on her past life account, and also shared some of these documents publicly. And basically what happened is, in the final 2 months of...
They tried to do the same with Dokibird though, where Niji Sanji was demanding like compensation for their suffering, to which like she did lawyer up, and the lawyer basically said, go f yourself.
times with the company, she was not compensated at all for those 2 months, including during that time a birthday subathon where she made around $4,000, where she didn't receive a single penny from that stream or anything from the final 2 months. So she basically, because of reasons like that and some creative differences and all that and wanting to move on, she tells them that she wants to break her contract and leave the company. Well, they say, cool, we'll do that under one condition. You have to pay us a certain amount of money, some compensation. That compensation being the equivalent of $455,000
Go F yourself with that. Absolutely not.
US dollars. Basically, they said, you have to pay that, then we'll let you leave, which is insane, obviously. So she asked for an itemized list of everything.
Almost $500,000 from like a small VTuber company. And she has to pay them in damages almost $500,000. Honestly, some of these VTuber companies genuinely act like some mafia.
Yeah.
They lure you in with the pretenses of helping you becoming a VTuber, but in the end, they extort you for money.
And they obliged. They sent her an itemized list that was shared publicly, and it's absolutely insane. So besides the greatly exaggerated costs and things like that, there was also some business expenses that had nothing to do with her. They're basically trying to pass on their own bills to her. But the most outrageous part, just to give you an idea of how insane this list is, there were parts listed as etc., demanding tens of thousands of dollars.
Okay.
They couldn't even...
Yes, literally the same thing they did to Doki, aka Selene.
Bro.
Where a lot of expenses that they racked up to get out of her were etc. So they went to the business school of Niji Sanji.
Make up a reason for that money. They just said for etc. Absolutely insane stuff. So basically she lawyers up, and her lawyer can't even believe what he's saying. Basically, it looks like they had a PR team and a legal team that they found off of Craigslist. Like, it's absolutely insane how they're running this company.
Not even off of Craigslist, out of some back alley.
Yo, they probably walked up to some dude in the suit and was like, hey.
Do you know 2 + 2?
And the lawyer tells, now of course, Alien here, that you're not going to pay anything. And that's duh. And they basically told this company that you have to come to the United States if you want to pursue any sort of action there.
And they won't.
Because you don't like that she's breaking the contract. And of course, we know that they didn't do that. She's back on her past life account, making content. And basically it was...
It was that her old model? Because this looks really cute. It looks way better than whatever they made her use in the agency.
In my headcanon, I just hear the American lawyer say, come to America.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Come to the land. Come to the land of the free, baby. Woo!
And all you hear is like an eagle going.
It was a really bad look for the company. That's basically why I'm telling you this. I'm laying out the type of company we're dealing with here, and now we're going to look at the dysfunction among some of its members. So what happened recently that generated all this? Well, it largely began with Legal Mindset, once again. So apparently someone in the company is leaking documents to Legal Mindset, and some of them are a very bad look for the...
Yeah, this is the one I saw. I think I even showed it on stream.
The company, as he says here, leaked VNU graduation schedule looking very Niji Sanji. And you can see in here, there's basically an assembly line of graduation announcements and graduation streams. And if you're not familiar with what graduation means in VTubing terms, it just means you're leaving the company. Okay, so it seems...
It's not as simple as leaving the companies. It's basically you're graduating of portraying that specific character. In most cases, the VTuber model belongs to the agency, not the VTuber. So when you're graduating, you officially cease your activity as that specific character.
It's very odd that they have this assembly line of people leaving and it's all pre-scripted. It's just a very odd look. And seeing this list, a YouTuber by the name of Rema Evenstar, someone I highly recommend, she saw this and said, I'm going to do a little research on this and see what's going on with this company, because some of the names on that leaked document list, they were following through on those specific dates. They were starting to make their graduation announcements. It seems like the list is accurate. So she decided to basically tune in for one of these graduation announcement streams from one of the people listed. And things are going fine, but all of a sudden, the stream just goes away. The stream has been privated and taken down mysteriously. And that stream belonged to this Spectra Libitina individual who was on that list, like I said. And after they privated the stream, they decided to make this post right.
I saw this one as well. It just popped up in my timeline and I was so confused what's happening. So it says, maybe read the caption next time. Please remember to be respectful to the talent. So in the description of the stream was like, please do not reproduce the stream without permission. Thank you. Honey, that's not how internet works.
Basically calling out Rema based on the circumstances we just saw, but also on the further circumstances we're going to look at in just a second, where she says, maybe read the caption next time.
No.
Please remember to be respectful to the talents. And basically,
we have to also agree with the fact that a lot of people these days, slightest criticism of their work or their ethics right away gets people labeled as being disrespectful. Criticism is not synonymous with being disrespectful. It's just criticism.
what she's saying here is this line in the top of the description prevents anyone from publicly reacting to the announcement because it says, please do not reproduce this stream without permission. Thank you. Which is an insane thing to try to do. Number one, they don't understand the words they're trying to use here. Reproduce is not the same as react. Reproduce means you're just downloading their stream and then re-uploading it with no change. That's reproducing in this sense of content creation, right? But what they're trying to refer to as...
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch!
Rema is a fantastic researcher.
I agree. And she actually collaborates with the other people to get more information. A lot of people, when they're making video essays, they don't even talk to others. They take it for face value, the screenshots and the messages they see, and they just go with it. She actually talks to people and communicates and tries to get more information.
She's a reporter.
She's a horse. And an auntie.
That's a reporter would be in between what you said, right?
Yeah, it would be between a horse and an auntie. That is so done with my shit. People who watch her don't get the joke, okay? I don't need this energy. If you think I am bad-mouthing Rema, you're outing yourself as a tourist.
fair use, and basically they're trying to control the fair use rights of other people by putting this in their description, which, by the way, means absolutely nothing. That does not prevent someone from reacting to this, and as it turns out, Rema didn't even see this, which, again, it doesn't matter if she saw it or not, because this doesn't mean anything. But this whole thing's very odd, because the community, at least at first, was looking at this and saying to the people who said, well, that's, you know, your legal right to react to this, and they would say, well, it's still disrespectful. No, quite frankly, I think it's very
No, I think it's normal for people to react to announcements.
disrespectful to make this post that's clearly very snarky and trying to tell people what they can or can't react to. I think that is pretty disrespectful. And on top of that, she wasn't reacting to the stream in a negative way. She was an impartial person just seeing what's going on with this agency and just happened to be live streaming her reaction. But nope, they have this crash out, and this would lead to a lot of people threatening Rema because they knew it was her based on the circumstances, and things would go completely haywire. So other members of VNU would start making comments, including this Misma individual. They said this at the same time the previous post was made, saying this: just landed the craziest stream snipe of my life. And someone says, was it tense? And then she says, horse down.
What?
What?
What does 10Z have to do with it? And also under it, horse down.
Bro.
Like, come on.
Which is, of course, referring to Rema. She started off as a horse-themed VTuber. That's what she's always referred to as. So
I actually did not know that. Okay. Archive that in my memory.
they were clearly talking about Rema with this comment, but this one is not even anywhere near the comment made, or series of comments made, by this Tomomi individual, who really went full edgelord here, saying this clearly in response to what happened, saying, why do quote-unquote journalists never do the bare effing minimum anymore, hanging and quartering all drama tourists. So let's just...
What?
Whoa.
back up here for a second. So number one, they're basically saying if you're a drama YouTuber, you need to be tortured and killed.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how offended should I be at this. Would I be considered a drama tuber? Type 1 if I'm a drama tuber. Type 2 if I'm not a drama tuber. Graceful, get the f out of my stream. 2, thank you, Filthy. Thank you. 2-1. What the fuck, Kuro? A complete sane and rational response for Twitter. 3.40. 370. What the fuck are these numbers?
1.5.
Mike, get your clips and get out of my stream. 11 T5. Okay. I'm graduating.
But in this context, it's even more insane. They're saying that Rema should be hanged and quartered because she publicly
Good luck getting under another agency after this, and good luck being an indie VTuber after this.
reacted to a public stream in an impartial way. That means someone should be tortured and killed. I don't know what's going on with people on the internet and why they're so publicly unhinged like this. But yeah, just like the previous tweet, by the way, this one would be swiftly deleted, and whether or not it was their own choice or their management told them to, it doesn't really matter.
I feel like if you're a content creator and you're a growing content creator, you will get at least one hit piece on you.
100%.
It's unavoidable.
They were, of course, deleted. Now, this is where Parrot comes in, who's also a content creator, talks about VTuber news and drama. He would make this post essentially calling out all the individuals who said these things, these 3 members of VNU. And of course, Tomomi would take the bait with another now deleted tweet
Yeah, I've seen
saying,
this
okay,
too.
I hope this helps entertain you. Please enjoy.
The tweet that Parrot 4chan did is basically like, okay, you're attacking my friend for like baseless accusations, gloves are off. I feel like I'm happy I don't even know about them and I didn't find out about them up until this drama. It would have been just a waste of time supporting them.
Which is a very snarky, again, entitled type of response that started off nice with all the reaction from their community, but eventually people outside of it see this and they see what she's mocking, which is the hanging and quartering comments that she made directed towards Rema, and they go, whoa, what is your deal? Like,
This Tomomi is trying to be edgy, but coming off as just dumb.
what is genuinely wrong with you? And this would, of course, blow up in her face. And then Rema would decide, based on all of this nonsense that had transpired over the past day or so, she would go live to talk about this in a quick 10-minute stream. And this is where the damage control starts. So then this Tomomi individual, in another now deleted reply, would basically say that she DM'd Rema personally to try to clear things up, but she ignored it, went live, and then stopped me from being able to comment in her stream.
I kind of doubt that statement.
Well, this is kind of crazy, this last part. Like I said, the stream was 10 minutes. And clearly this person didn't even watch the 10 minutes because at the very beginning, Rema said, I'm turning off the chat on my end so I don't get distracted while I talk about what I need to talk about.
Okay, fair.
So this doesn't even make any sense. And this beginning part about being ignored, who knows, maybe it wasn't even seen. But why does anyone owe you a response? Like, when you tell someone they deserve to be hung and quartered, do you think they should...
Okay, no, fair point. If someone would have been telling me that I deserve to die, I probably wouldn't even open their DMs. Why would I give a damn about what they say at all? Am I just concentrate on my stuff in my life? Why would I even bother talking to them?
give you the time of day to hear you out? Absolutely not. But again, like I said, the damage control would continue. As pointed out here, she would actually go into the stream and say, "Hi Rema, smiley face. I sent you a DM about this a while ago, just wondering if you saw it." And then you can see Kenny here replying saying, "From hanging and quartering to hi
Yeah,
Rema, smiley
I
face
saw this
is
too.
crazy." And Tomomi says, "Can someone tell me where I threatened Rema specifically?"
You gotta be high on some that good kush.
Yo, what are you smoking? No way, bro. Stop.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
so childish. It's so obvious who you're talking about. And the fact that they're kind of just doubling down, be like, "Nuh-uh, you can't prove I was talking about Rema." Of course you were talking about Rema. You know, the only thing more
No, this context seriously changes everything. She even said, I'm switching off like the chat on my end. God damn.
cowardly in deleting all these tweets is trying to basically back away from it. Like, if you want to say outrageous, crazy shit on the internet and direct it towards other content creators engaging in fair use coverage, at least say it with your chest and don't be like this.
I will say though, it's really sad that Rema has to go through it, but in the end, what is gonna result in Rema is gonna grow even more, and she's gonna solidify her standing as a video essay commentator even more. She showed her character. She showed that she, quite frankly, is better than all of them. She has more ethics in her pinky toe than any of them combined.
Trying to snake your way out of it and avoid any sort of consequences. But of course, like I said, Rema would react in this stream. Like I said, it's only about 18 minutes. I lied, 18 minutes long, where she talks about what's going on, shows more screenshots, and the amount of people in the community supporting Tomomi after making those outrageous comments, encouraging her, saying she's not in the wrong. Even someone down here saying that we should eat people like Rema. Like a very bizarre community.
Wait, what?
Encouraging her, saying she's not in the wrong. Even someone down here saying that we should eat people like Rema.
Yo, it's always that one person who wants to eat someone.
Eating people. Do we actually need to say that? Stop eating people.
Yo, there's always that one person. I swear. I might eat you. Like, what? Come on.
Fuck up.
Like a very bizarre community. That's all I can say. People were absolutely going nuts in the replies about the initial tweets, in the replies about Rema responding to all this stuff. And even I responded very briefly in some various threads about what's going on, and I got death threats. As you can see, this post violated the X rules. And you can tell I take these things very seriously, but it's like,
I kind of doubt we'll get any. No one really even pays attention to us. I also saw there was a whole wave of blocking people who are considered quote-unquote drama tubers, and we were not in the wave. No one blocked us, so I don't think we're even on their radar.
you kicked a hornet's nest of spurgs. Like, you call out these people from this agency, and there's, like, death threats flying around everywhere. These people are very, very strange. I don't know what kind of group of people they fostered, but yeah, they're quite unhinged. And all of this is over some of the weirdest stuff. Again, remember where we started. A YouTuber reacting to a public stream. Impartially. And
we landed at eating people. Great.
We end up with all of this. It's really insane and cringe how all these people are acting just because they're so mad about drama tubers and all of this stuff. And I saw so many people reacting to this and trying to justify threats against people for covering things they don't like. It's so childish and annoying, and it's not going to stop anyone from doing it. It probably just encourages people like me to do it anyways. Because honestly, I didn't even see any of this. I didn't see any of the leaked documents. I didn't see the graduation announcements. I didn't even really know who this agency was until...
Yeah, same. I didn't know about their existence up until this drama. And now I just want to dog on them and laugh at them.
I saw the hanging and quartering comment posted. And that's what started. So if you want to be mad about people like me covering this, I only noticed because of the unhinged comments. And I said, okay, at that point, I'll talk about this because this is insane. But anyways, that's not the end of it. Legal Mindset apparently has a bunch of other leaks, and according to another one, apparently they're losing investors over these situations, especially the leaks, because investors are starting to lose their confidence in the company, and man, they should lose a lot more when they see how the actual VTubers themselves are acting.
Yeah, here's another V and U leaked info shown last night related to concerns over losing an investor. Hello everyone, as you know, the company's decision on the graduation announcements are being delayed because there's an issue that came up with the company's investors. The issue is that a potential investor had found out about a supposed leak about talents graduating from VNU. This is affecting the company's case for receiving this investment, so upper management has determined that they need to buy some time to let this blow over. Yo, no way. Half of your talent, there's a list of graduation and investors don't like it? No way. Crazy. Okay. The plan so far was to announce the graduation of 5 talents altogether before February 11th. 5 in that, okay. Okay, the actual graduation streams would take place over the last week of February. However, because of the investors' newly found doubts about VNU, upper management is desperate to prevent those doubts from being confirmed and the investor backing out of the investment. The investment one more time.
Bro, just say you're running the company because of the investors.
The talents who graduating have been reached out to about postponing graduation by a month. So they're holding the talent hostage as well. Okay. I see. Investment. We done mess up. Investment. Talents held hostage. Investment. We done fuck up. Okay, got it. Moving on.
Definitely not a good situation for them, and it's hard to feel bad, especially for the management given their history and everything that's going on here. But yeah, that's pretty much the situation. Very messy, like I said, but just another case of people being very unhinged and VTuber agencies being completely unlikable whatsoever. But that's going to...
Okay, not demure, not very mindful.